Macmillan Audio presents Son of the Poison Rose by Jonathan Maberry, read by Ray Porter. Part 1. The Unclaimed Crown. Nothing lasts. That is an important thing to keep in mind. The vision of history is long and should always be without bias, especially in times as troubled as these. When looking back, we see that the Silver Empire lasted 1,000 years. Before that, the Blue Empire lasted for 200, and before that were 4,000 years of warring city-states. The rise and fall of kingdoms, small and large, and unrelenting tribal warfare. Now, the Hakians are trying to build the Yellow Empire, named for the sacred colors worn by their god, Hastur. Perhaps it will endure for 1,000 years or 10,000, or a single day. No one knows, because the future is unwritten, and it is always in flux. The past is carved into bedrock. The present is a stormy sea, but the future, that floats on a sea of chaos. The potential for radical change is neither good nor evil. It is what it is because change is inevitable. Alas, though, the process of change is as bloody and painful as birth, and we are nearing the birth of something whose shape and size and nature we cannot really predict. We only think we can. Brel-ul-Tajek, royal historian to the court of King Harik al-Huk, 32nd of his name, Lord of Samud, master of ships, divinely appointed archer of heaven, and divinely ordained protector of the realm. Chapter 1. Repel boarders! The cry rang through the ship, tearing Kagen from a dream of his family dining all together, the air filled with conversation and laughter and the smell of the harvest feast. It ripped him out of the lie of peace and into the reality of horror. He swung his legs out of his hammock, forgetting in his stupor that he was not on land, not in the palace, but aboard a ship. The deck tilted and he fell heavily and badly, hitting kneecaps and elbows on the oak planking. It was only then that the words he heard all around him made any sense. Repel boarders. Gods of the burning pit, he snarled, fumbling for his clothes and weapons. He's found me already. The image of his brother's face, with the yellow lace veil hanging in tatters as they dueled on the steps of the dais in the throne room of Argentium. In one terrible moment of clarity, the Hakian Witch King had become someone and something else. Impossibly, inexplicably, horribly, when that veil was torn, it was not the face of some unknown Hakian, no. It was the face of Herapath, his own brother, his favorite brother, the one he respected and trusted. That was a shock that nearly killed Kagen then, and as the cries rang out through the ship, he felt another pang, as sharp as a knife to the heart. Herapath knows that I know, thought Kagen as he fumbled for clothes. He'll stop at nothing to find me, to kill me, to silence me. There were screams and yells above, and the thud-thud-thud of arrows striking the hull. That and the heavy clang of steel on steel. Kagen had time only to pull on trousers and run barefoot.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?